everyone, Raid Zero AU, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever. We're on the America campaign. This is part 2 of Mission 1. We have set up our freight line here to deliver iron ore down to our tool factory down here. We've so far got our line coming all the way through to Rawlings. We need to make our way up to Evanston, Ogden, and then over here. So, what are we up to? 1865 at the moment, so we're not doing too bad. What I want is, how much has our train got on it at the moment? Alright, it's got a little bit of iron ore on it, so that's okay. We'll get rid of that. I'm just going to leave this running. I want that to make a delivery down here and for this factory to start making tools. And then we get on with the rest of it. But in the meantime, you see we've got 683,000, well, 659 now, $1,000. So we want this to be starting to make some money. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we've got this question mark here. We'll see what this is all about.
It is rumored that a huge nugget of gold is buried somewhere in the wasteland before us. The first settlers are said to have buried it somewhere out in no man's land, while on the run from gunslingers. An aging saloon girl in Laramie knows more.
Alright, someone in Laramie knows more. Okay. Well, let's head down to Laramie then. There we go.
The huge nugget is buried in the desert, says the lady in the saloon. That is, of course, incredibly vague. However, she also seems to think that the Indians might have already found the nugget and then reburied it, as in their minds, gold cannot be eaten.
Alright, follow the clue to the Indians. So the Indians know where it is. Here's the Indians.
A small Indian boy who was evidently better disposed towards us than his fathers has whispered the following to one of our people. In the mountain that the sun kisses goodnight, and where the shadow of the great tree pierces the heavy rock, you will find nothing that can be eaten. What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing that can be eaten. Well, she said that she thought they buried it because it couldn't be eaten. So... Alright, now, I have actually done this one before, guys, so I know where that nugget is. So this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. If you don't want to know where it is, and you're planning on doing this mission yourself and want to find it yourself, then look away now. Alright, for those of you that haven't looked away, we need to go over here, and then over there, and to there, and you'll find that it's in this area here.
It's true! We found it! Our treasure! It's best to keep our find a secret so we don't get any enviers sniffing around the place.
Alright, so don't look yet if you've been looking away. Alright, so for those of you that have been looking away, you're probably pretty safe to look now. So our main objective now, once this train has, let's see how much do we make from it. We're down to 528. 78. It's okay. Let's get out of the terrain thing. So we've got 16 iron ore waiting for it now. So basically we need to bring the line up through here, and we need to be linking through these rings. Now you actually only need to link 3 of them to pass the mission, but there is a medal for linking all of them, so we're going to be looking to see if we can do that. But before we even approach doing that, there is something else we need to do down here at Laramie. Now, so the idea is that this train is going to be making us our money. And for it to do that, it needs to be obviously transporting iron ore down here. And the only reason it's going to be needing to transport iron ore down here is because this factory here is going to be producing tools, which is great. And basically, and you'll find that it will ramp up fairly quickly, and you'll make some decent money from it. But one thing you need to be careful of is it'll die off very quickly as well. And the reason being that what will happen in here in details, it will start storing these tools, and once it reaches a certain level, basically it'll stop. There'll be no demand here from any iron ore, so then the iron ore mine up here will stop producing iron ore because there's no demand for it, and suddenly you've got a train going backwards and forwards and there's nothing for it to pick up. So if we look up on here now, there's 23, so we can carry 28 at a time. So we're almost at a full load already. So what we need to do is we need to be moving these tools out. And what we need to do is we need to move them into Laramie. So down on the right hand side here, there is a little this is show data layers. So we've got the contours, we showed those in the previous video I believe. Navigable waters, and this one here is land use, and you'll see here that it colours it with the various land use. We want to be delivering tools to the blue area here, commercial. They'll grab the tools and they will sell them on. So in order to do that, we're going to have to go to our road, freight, and we're going to need to put in a freight. Now, let's see where we can fit this. Won't go there because there's collision. Construction not possible. So now I don't really want it there. There is probably good. That's it. That's the spot there. Alright. And then we need to place another one. We want to make sure that it's... Yep. It can just come just there. That's going to capture everything. Good. Then we need to be a bit careful with our money at the moment. So put a depot in there. So our train has now got a full load of iron ore. Here we need to buy some road vehicles. How many do I want? Probably just 4. I reckon 4 will be enough. Alright, set line, new line. Goes from sidings to there. Alright, we can rename that one the Laramie Tool Line. Laramie Tool Supply, that'll do. Okay, so they'll start moving out. There won't be anything here at the moment because it won't have registered the demand as yet. Alright, we're down to 379,000. What are we up to? 1865, coming into 1866. Alright, so we've got about 8 years left. Speed it up a touch. Go have a look at our train. Nicely loaded with iron ore. Let me take a ride on it. Admire the view. And want to see how much we're going to get for a full load now. You see our carts off in the distance there, just off to the side. Alright, let's have a look. How much do we make from that? 275, that's good. Alright, and when he goes back, there'll be more. He should have another full load there. So that's good. Alright. So, and you see here we're now starting to get tools being supplied here. Probably, I'd be surprised if any of these actually have any tools on them at the moment. No, not that one. Oh yeah, he's got a couple of tools on him. And no, they're not the drivers. Come on you, move. So we make a little bit of money off this line, but as I said, as I explained, the main reason for doing this line is not necessarily to be making money off it. I don't necessarily want to be losing money on it, but it's to be moving these tools out of this factory so there's demand for iron ore. You'll see here production at the moment is 20, 22, it's going up. So it's got 13 stored, it's got potential of 24 there at the moment. And our carts will just come around and they will pick up the tools and ship them off. So that should keep us going for a while. And as you can see up here, we've now got 38 waiting. So that's okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed it up to maximum speed, and I just want this train to make one more delivery before we start placing any more track. And if we look at our lines here, so the train is actually making a profit. This is making a profit. This is not quite making a profit at this stage, but it probably will eventually. Once they're all carrying full loads. So it's not too bad. Yeah, minus 395. We've got another cart coming in now. There we go. That's now in profit. Alright, in comes our train for another delivery. So 416k. Of the 275. Alright. Okay, so now we need to start looking at placing these. I'm just going to leave it running for the moment because I want that train to be moving. Alright, now if I can get that. Alright, so that's greater than 60, that's fine. I'm just going to bring this up slowly. Don't want to be spending a lot of money on it. Come on. So we'll just follow this one up. Alright, this one can start to curl around. Remembering, as I think I mentioned in the last video, the fastest train that we're going to get access to here is going to be 60 kilometers an hour. So, as long as the track speed is greater than 60, that's fine. I got 500. There's our train. Yeah, he's still got a way to go, hasn't he? Yeah, we'll just push it up a little bit more. Just want to be a bit mindful of not going into the red. So I'm just going to slowly creep this up. I'm coming into 1867 now. Curl it slightly like that, and only reason being because we want to start to curl it this way. Here we go, we're into 1867, we're down to 464k. Need to be a little bit careful here, probably wait for that train to speed it up a bit. How are our lines doing? We're all making profits, so we're not losing money on anything. We've got another full line, another full train here. Alright, come on. How are these going? There's 4 waiting there. Looks like there's generally a good supply of tools coming through. Alright, here comes our train. Another 275, we're back up to 600. That's good. And we got plenty of ore up here waiting, so that's good. 65 at the moment. Is that producing? Yeah, it's okay. So we'll just leave the let the train do its thing for a little bit. Alright, so now Evanston. What are we going to do with Evanston here? All we want to do is we really just want to move straight the way through here. So we want to take the rail, train station, and that can just 92, 91. We'll save as much as we can. 90. Oh, come on. 21.8 is probably about the best I'm going to get it. There we go. Alright. So that's our passenger station in. So we'll be a little bit careful of this. Let's bump the speed up again for a minute. In 67, We're going to be running tight on time. I can tell that. Come on, where are you, train? Hurry up. $4.57. Luckily, these are making a little bit of money, so they're sort of topping up little bits. Right, grab that. Off we go. Get that ore down there. How many we got waiting here? 5, 6. Yeah, so we've got a good supply there. Production 50. It's got, so it's running at maximum, this tool factory. Yep. It's good. Here comes our train. $2.75. There we go. All right. Now we can work on the track. All right, so I want to bring that out there. And ideally, I just want it to just touch. Oh, well, it's more than touching, but that'll do. Happy with that. Then I want to miss the trees. I'll just bring this away in.
Workers are refusing to lift a finger. They're claiming that they haven't been paid for months. No idea whether that's right, but we're pretty short on money, and it's only a matter of time before the investors pull the plug on funding us. We could put off paying our guys until next month and promise them double wages in return. Or there's another alternative over in Ogden.
It's going to cost us $100,000 to pay them off. Alright, let's pause it for a moment. We got 519k. Okay. Let's see. What do these dudes want over here?
Pious, hardworking people live in Ogden who outright refuse to accept the progress of civilization. They would work for us for almost nothing. In return, we only need to help them build a new bridge so that they can get their harvest across the river to the village.
Okay. So I guess that's here. Ogden Farm to the grain storage, but we don't need to. All we need to do is build the bridge. We could probably do that. Small street, small country road, 40k's, 20k's. Which one's more expensive? Let's have a look. That's going to cost us $65,000. Much of a muchness, really, isn't it? It's going to cost us $67,000. All right. Well, I reckon we do that, and that will clear the worker problem.
Good.
Here we go.
Back to work. Unfortunately, our tools are worn out and terribly inefficient. Fortunately, we acted with foresight and have already built up a good supply. The new tools are a blessing. They've made our work much easier. Now quickly over the hill to Ogden. And from there, we're just a stone's throw from our destination. So come on, chop chop.
Alright, so the next thing will be we need to connect Ogden up to Evanston. And then from there we just need to go and connect up to here. So ideally we're going to want to bring it along here. So, but we're going to need a train to make probably at least a couple more deliveries in that time. We're looking at March 22, 68. So we've got about 6 years to get this line done and to get a train run all the way from the bottom all the way to the top here with a passenger carriage on it. But I don't know, guys. Are we going to make it? I don't know. I honestly, at this stage, I reckon it's 50-50. I think we're going to be okay with the finance side of things. I think. But the time may become the issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to call the video here. Let that run. I'm going to call the video here and we'll take it up in the next episode. And in the next episode, that should be the last episode for this mission. We should be able to get connected all the way up to the top corner, and then it's just simply then a race against time to see if we can actually get a train all the way up there. So yeah, touch and go. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm Raid Zero AU, signing out.